Hey folks, Quill18 here, bringing you another audio commentary slash tutorial for League of Legends. Sorry for my absence for a little bit. As I said in my previous couple of videos, I've been very sick and it actually got worse. But I'm finally getting a little bit better and hopefully my voice is recovered enough to pull one of these off. So, I've just bought Dr. Mundo because, I don't know, I've always thought he was pretty interesting and I know that he's supposed to be pretty good. So I had just bought him the night that I made this video, and I think this is my third game. So I'm still sort of learning him, still figuring him out. But I don't know, I really liked him, and I think this might be an interesting video. So Mundo, to a lot of people, is a tank. And I know that some of the highest level players kind of disagree with that assessment and think that because he maybe lacks CC and a couple other things, he actually works out a little bit better as kind of a tough DPSer. How I build him depends a little bit on what my team setup is. On this game, I'm the only tank, so maybe I should go with a really tough build, but I'm going to mostly play it by ear and see how the game progresses, and that's going to make my decisions about what items to buy. Now, I did start with the Ruby Crystal. Now, I really feel like the best starting item to really make the most powerful initial Mundo is the Dorn's Shield. But of course, unfortunately, the shield can't be upgraded into anything. So, if I feel I can get away with it, I start off with this Ruby Crystal. But if it's going to be Twisted Tree Line, where there's going to be a lot of fighting right off the bat, the Dorn's Shield is just such a great item for Mundo that that's the one I go with. Excuse me. So, as you can see, I'm laning here with an Ezreal, which turns out to be really, really good. Both of us have a long-range skill shot. We are like masters of harassing. Also, Ezreal, if he goes with an ability power build, has an excellent heal built in, which really helps Mundo's lane longevity. Not that he has much of a problem with that, because he has a lot of health regen. As you can see here, we're going to be trying to really harass our laning opponents. I missed my cleaver there. I hit one of the minions instead. But we're going to do our best to keep them away from the minions, stop them from last hitting. The cleaver really does quite a lot of damage. I really like that ability, and that is the one that I focus on maxing out first. Now, I'm not sure, maybe, after the first 2 or 3 ranks, after this sort of laning harass phase is done, maybe it's no longer the best ability to continue maxing out. So if you've got any opinions on that, please leave it in the comments. I'm really be interested in hearing it. But for the laning phase, it's definitely amazing. It's really cheap, really spammable. Of course, the interesting thing about Mundo is he doesn't use mana. His abilities cost health. Wow, that Tristana... Okay. Oh, but I think we may be able to get the Nasus here. My Ezreal is forced to run away, but I'm able to keep cleaving him in the back, which slows him, prevents him from catching Ezreal, does a lot of damage, and if I hit him one more time here, yes, and I get the first blood. Get another cleaver off on Tristana, another melee attack, but she's definitely going to get away. So I've hit level 2 here, and I've picked up my E ability, and that's Masochism. What Masochism does, of course, it does cost you a little bit of health to activate it, but for the next 5 seconds, your hits do more damage. They get a flat bonus damage, plus a extra bonus damage based on how much health you're missing, which is... Oh, just missed that cleaver. She ran just out of range. Now, the scaling based on your health missing is not gargantuan, and it's certainly not the sort of thing you want to, purposefully keep your health low for. It's just too risky to have low health, and it's not worth it. The flat damage increase is quite good. And of course, it does help you one-on-one where you are taking damage, but generally speaking, you don't want to be sitting at low health. So as you can see, I'm using my cleaver for 2 things. I'm using it both to harass the opponents, but also to grab some last hits where I can, where maybe it would be dangerous to run into melee range to try to go for it, and also because the cleaver just does more damage than my auto attack. It's far easier to get a last hit with it, and you don't want to use it too often when you don't have to, just because it does drain your health, but it is a great tool for ensuring those last hits. Oh, I just missed that cleaver as they split up here. I'm definitely going to take some extra damage, which is unfortunate. But we are keeping a really, really good harass. Like, they are currently out of range for getting experience points, and certainly for last hits. Get some more abuse on the Tristana. This Nasus is pretty good about trying to harass us with his Spirit Fire, although I suppose there is an argument to be made about using it to push back these creep waves a little bit more. Oh, that's pretty smart. He guesses where we are, hits us in the bushes. Now, I am getting kind of low, so I'm forced to stay back, and I think Tristana gets away. No, she does get killed. Excellent job by Israel there. Not really able to help. But again, I was trying to play a little safe there. Didn't want to get Spirit Fired again. Didn't want to get shot maybe by a lucky Tristana bolt. Okay, so my Ezreal partner is saying be right back. He's going to go and buy from the shop. So I'm alone here, but it's a one-on-one situation, so I'm definitely feeling secure. I'm a level higher than the Nasus. My Ezreal is already back because he's teleported. Another last hit with my cleaver. So yeah, this laning combo is just terrible. I mean, our laning combo is just terrible for the opponent. The harassment potential is so incredibly high, and I'm trying hard to think about what kind of laning opposition we could have an actual issue with. I know the next game that we play, in fact, my laning partner here, Zlaith, invites me for another game after this one, and in there we face another Ezreal in the lane. I don't remember who his laning partner is, and it does make it considerably more difficult because Ezreal has slightly longer range on his skill shots than I do, so every time I try to harass him, he harasses me back, and it's just not quite as brutal. But short of that sort of mirror matchup, I don't know what you can really counter effectively with. Maybe Heimer? I mean, we can, take down the turrets, his little turrets, obviously, but depending on position, it might be hard to do it regularly. And he can harass back with his grenades. I don't know. Even then, I'm not sure. Oh, we've just lost our Twisted Fate there to the opposing Ezreal. I believe they were... Okay, they're in the top lane. In the middle lane, we've got a Tristana versus a Cho'Gath. We've got a Katrina versus a Cho'Gath. Now, Katrina's a hero I find sort of hit and miss. Maybe it's just a lot of people who play her are not good with her. Here, I made a mistake. I thought I needed 1250 gold to finish my Aegis of the Legion, but it's actually 1450. So I go home too early and I'm not able to finish my first item. I do get all the recipe components for it, plus some boots, and the boots aren't bad. I'll talk more about the Aegis in a moment. So I was just saying that I'm not sure that Katrina is a great hero these days. I find very few games where she's successful. However, I think when Katrina starts in the middle, that gives her the best chance to do it, because if she's able to get that level advantage on people and then start ganking, then she gets that sort of, being fed snowball effect that keeps her on top of the game. But without that, it's sort of hard for her to get enough killing power to kill people, and she's still quite squishy. So she, in a lot of fights, she just gets focused down and taken out before she's a threat. It's very interesting that they put a Cho'Gath in the middle, and I have seen Cho'Gath middle from time to time, and I don't know. I've never done it, but I know some people like to do it. Personally, I think they should have gone and put their Tristana in the middle, because that's what most people do, but who knows. Anyway, on to my item choices. So, with my Ruby Crystal, there's two paths that I can take to upgrade, and a lot of people go for a Warmog's armor. They rush a Warmog's on Mundo. And there's certainly nothing wrong with that. And it does make him pretty much unkillable, and that's very good. But I don't know. I just feel like it helps to maybe have a little bit more damage early on, sort of as a team. And the Aegis of Legion does do that. I mean, it gives you an aura that adds plus 10 damage to everyone around you, including yourself, and it still buffs your health and your armor and your magic resist. And actually, in the very most recent patch, they changed the Aegis slightly so that the aura it gives is less, but it gives you more of an effect. It gives you about maybe 50% more armor and magic resist than before, but slightly decreases the aura effects of the armor and magic resist. So it's sort of a nerf